The motto of this uh, workshop is also to make you aware about the field of data science. Many people know that what is data science, and it is a booming area, but its intensity is not known to many of you, right? So what is the intensity of actually, I'm having a sore throat. You see here, the volume of the data that is being generated, that is immense. And in order to handle this data, we need the new age of engineers or professionals who can handle it, and the new skills are required. Now, on the basis of this data, if you see data which is a gold of modern time, are AI, ML, and deep learning models, right? Which are further built on this. And for that, if you see, Python is the language which AI understands. No other language is uh, any close to Python, right? There are languages which are coming up like Rust, Golang, right? Because of their performance, but Python is still one of the most popular. The reason being its libraries. There are a lot of libraries, and in order to understand Python from the scratch, so that whatever you write, a dot, a single character that you write in the code is very important, that you should understand it. So I used a few more diagrams to emphasize on the data and the amount of data that is being generated. The job prospects for data science engineer is quite high, quite high. Every company is going to have lot of data. For example, just to see, long back when I had my first computer, the hard disk in that computer was of 500 MB, if I remember. 500, no, 500 MB. Forget about GB and TB. First pen drive was 126 MB, and right now you see it is in TBs, right? And I have many hard disks which is they are loaded with tons of data. So this is my personal data. If you ignore the data on the Google Drives that we have, more than 200 of data is there on the Google Drives in different accounts, right? Similarly, every company has a lot of data, and they need professionals to process and use these data in an effective way. Some of the companies which are recruiting with SkillEnable are this. You can see. So SkillEnable is working quite a lot in order to get you skills on the basis of which you are employable, and you have better packages day by day. This value is increasing. Every new batch is having better students, and they are getting better packages. These are some of the job opportunities which are there, or the designations which are there in the field of data science. We started our first day with the sentiment analysis. What is sentiment, and why its analysis is important? We saw different case studies where they can be used. And after that, we started with what are the approaches that can be used. So one of the simplest was text blob library. And this text blob library gives you only positive, negative, and something called subjectivity, whether the thought is factual or opinionated. So we did a small code over here. Then we saw another package called vendor sentiment, and through that also we coded, and we got new things: negative, neutral, positive, and a compounded value. But all these are inbuilt corpus, or the sentiments are inbuilt. But if you want to have it, then how you can do that? So for that, we used a naive-based technique, and the problem statement was taken from a financial data with the help of machine learning library called sklearn or scikit-learn, right? From that, we read the data from an Excel file, cleaned the data, found out positive, negative sentiments, printed the fractions, and finally, you see, we did a small transformation on the data. After that, we created an object from the naive base model. we did train the model, and before that we splitted the data into test and train set in a ratio of 80:20. So 80% the data we kept for training and 20% for the testing. And then we fit the data here using the fit object so that the training was done. Once the training was done, then we use the 20% of the testing data using the functions called predict, and whatever the label for this data was, that was predicted. Okay, but we had the actual label of this test data also stored here somewhere in the white underscore test. So white underscore test was the actually answer that we knew. Y predicted is the data which we have received from the predicted model, and then using this we try to plot the accuracy, and this accuracy which we received was around 67%. And after that 67% of accuracy, we used another approach, and through that approach, we got an accuracy of around close to 70%, right? Now, after that sentiment analysis, here, since this data was a supervised data, so the training data that we had may have different levels of classes. For example, not only positive, negative, or neutral sentiments, but this can also have classes like angry, very angry, not happy, very sad, right? Many more opinions can be there, and it can detect all those using a multi-class classification technique, which is you can say that it is the customizable one in comparison to the WADR package and text block package, right? But this is not only the final one. There are much better models than this also. You could have used other machine learning techniques like random forest, ensemble techniques, right? Or you could have used meta heuristic approaches, right? But this gives an idea how sentiment analysis work, what is its importance, and what are the core steps involved. The core steps would be similar. And after that, we went for sentiment analysis. And for sentiment analysis, give me a second. Data extraction. Okay. So for sentiment analysis, another topic that we covered was, is my screen visible? Yeah, thank you. So another topic that was there is, 1 second. This Twitter data analysis, and we imported data from Twitter API, and for that we went to developer.twitter.com, created a new app, right? You create an app, and you create a new app, click here, then go to development, click next, and give your app a name. Then you get the keys. There are certain authentication keys that are important to get these authentication keys. And once the project is done, you can again go and check the keys or regenerate the keys from here. Now, these 5 keys are important in order to connect with the Twitter, right? And these 5 keys has to be coded into the code. Now, in order to, if you code these keys directly, then anyone having the access to the code can read. Even while I show the code to you, you can know my key, and my account is almost hacked, because if you know the keys, you can tweet anything from my account, right? Because these keys are associated with my account. Now, in order to get the data from Twitter, we installed 2 libraries, TweePy and Python dot environment. Now, what this dot environment is, it reads the environment variables from the environment. Now, why this package is important? This is very important. I created a file with the extension .env, and I kept all these keys here into this file. The name of the keys are like this and equal to the values of these keys. Now, what happened? In the code, import OS TweePy and this load underscore .env. And here what happens with the OS package, I tell that read the environment variable, and the name of those variables are this. API underscore key, API key secret, and this keys. So these keys are read from the file which is stored in the current directory. So these keys need not be embedded over here. Now, once these keys are read, you pass it to the authentication handler. And these keys, you see, are stored in these variables. After this, you call TPI.API authentication. So it gets connected to your Twitter account. And once it gets connected, you can print whatever you want. For example, let me show you a code, what we did there. So the actual code that we ran was here. So after this authentication was complete, verify the credentials, and I stored it into an object called me. And after that, I was able to retrieve many details such as screen name, what is the name of the user, followers, how many followers this user had, description, this user, the punchline which you give on the Twitter account, geolocation of this person, and when was this account created. So there are many more attributes which you can get from the Twitter. The Twitter API allows you to get them. And after that, you create a search words which you want to search for, and the dates in which you want to search. And since on Twitter, if you see that there are tweets or items, and they are page wise, so a cursor object is needed to move from one place to other. So TPI.cursor, you give the word which you want to search in English language, dates, and here I wanted to have 100 items. Now I also created a pandas data frame where I would like to store this tweets into an Excel file so that I can do a sentiment analysis, the technique that I have learned. After that, what happened? I read the tweets, these tweets, and there were around 100 tweets because of the Sunday items. And from every tweet, tweet.text is the attribute that I called to only get the text, right? The text which I have read. And later on, I stored them into a data frame. And later on, this data frame was used to save into a CSV file. So your CSV file or Excel file has the final tweets, which you can use for sentiment analysis, like we did it using naive-based techniques earlier. So till now, anyone has any questions? This is what we have done till now. Any question from any participant?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sentiment analysis, na, I have done on the Python. Actually, I got an error that there it is some error in converting the string data to float.
Why you want to convert a string data to a float?
But sir, when I implement the count vectorizer, when I implement a code of fit transform, मतलब count vectorizer fit transform the X train and X test data, then I get the error that it is a error in converting the code from text string to float.
It could be that your data is not clean. Cleaning is required. Or we will
But
have
I have
to
cleaned the data by removing all the punctuation marks. I remove all the numbers from the data. Basically,
if there would have been number, then there is no difficulty in converting. So we will have to see to the error. What exactly is the error, right?
Okay.
So we will have to exactly see the error, right? Anything apart from that? The major steps are known. The major steps are clear to all of you, what we have done. Maybe the notebook which I have used for writing, I will share it with the SkillEnable team so that you can ask for the codes also. If you are a registered participant, even the codes they will provide. I will ask them to share the code with you guys so that you can go and practice with this or play with this codes also. Will that be fine?
Yes, sir.
That would be better so that you can go and see what we have done.
Actually, sir, I already take your screenshot, so I have codes.
It's okay, but some of the codes are quite big and typing is difficult, right? And being a human, there could be possibility of committing mistakes, right?
Okay.
Anyways, any other question from any other participant? Mega is the most active one. Every day she is very interactive. No questions from anybody else? Okay, then we start what we have to cover today. So today I have to cover what I have to cover.
Chatbots.
Okay, is it? So how many of you have created chatbot earlier? किसी ने बनाया है chatbot इससे पहले? So that there could be a healthy discussion also. नहीं बनाया तब तो बहुत अच्छा, अगर बनाया तब भी अच्छा रहता, right? So anyways, so what is a chatbot? Why we use it? What is a chatbot?
Chatbot is just like a human-like conversations. Now, whenever we type "How are you," then machine will answer that I am fine. That's
Yeah.
the kind of chatbot.
Yes, the official definition says that or the formal definition says that a chatbot is a computer program that is designed to simulate conversation with human users, usually via messaging interface such as a text or a speech, right? Chatbots are natural language processing and machine learning techniques to understand and interpret user inputs and respond with relevant information or actions. So why they are so popular and why we are discussing it?
So Google searches, we can also call it like a chatbot whenever.
No, Google's search is not a chatbot. Just to see, the design simulates conversation with the human users, right? A conversation is something which you ask and it gives.
Okay,
But Google doesn't accurately convert in a language that we use generally, right? It is an NLP, natural language, like we are talking,
Yes.
right? So it has to be very close to the language that we use. ChatGPT can be. ChatGPT is one.
Yes.
Is ChatGPT a chatbot?
ChatGPT is kind of search engine, just like a Google.
Search engine. Why
But
not chatbot?
chatbot is the conversation type.
So ChatGPT is not a chatbot.
Sir, it's
No.
an AI.
It's an
AI, artificial intelligence.
what is that so special about it and how it differs from ordinary chatbot? Very good, you are correct, Chandra. But how it is different? Its capabilities are better, but see, even a normal chatbot talks like a human, and so is the ChatGPT. If you talk, it talks like a human, as if I'm talking to a wise old man, right? But the wisdom behind ChatGPT is huge. An ocean of knowledge it has in comparison to a regular chatbot. A regular chatbot is designed with a specific purpose. Its area is very much restricted. If you try to ask something out of scope to it, it will say that, sorry, I do not get it. Right? But ChatGPT has as such no restrictions. But yes, recently they have started putting restrictions also, so that it can be used ethically and within limits without creating any problem. Otherwise, the people with the bad intentions started using it in a different way, creating payloads, hacking, and whatnot. Right? So we will see ChatGPT also. Can we create a chatbot using ChatGPT?
The ChatGPT doesn't work on the NLP because we something search on the ChatGPT it give a complete search on that topic. But chatbot is a kind of conversation whenever we ask something like we are messaging to each other, like no.
So ChatGPT is also like that. Did you ever try?
No, I'm searching on something on ChatGPT, but
You
it gives
try
a
it.
better
You
search than
try it.
Google.
It is going to revolutionize the lifestyle. Okay. And I have something at the end of the session. I have something really cool. You all guys will love. Now, uses of ChatGPT, chatbots can be used in a variety of purposes: customer service, information retrieval, entertainment, website, mobile apps, virtual assistants like Alexa, Google. They all are ChatGPT. Some are text-based, some could be voice-based also, right? But why we are using them?
It minimizes the human interference.
So, what is the advantage? Human interference is minimized. What is the advantage, and why you want to minimize the human interference?
Because the human beings are not always present.
Okay.
That's why there is a chatbot.
Because there are shift of duties, human beings can be present. Night shift, day shift in call centers, BPOs.
Yes.
Very simple. Think on it. The route has to be known because it is cheaper. In order to hire a BPO, in order to run a BPO, how many person do I need and how many shifts I do need to run, right? But a chat GPT, once created, it can have multiple instances and it can cater more number of customers. Don't you feel like that? It
Yes.
can work 24/7.
Yes, sir.
A chatbot will never go for washroom. It will never go for tea, coffee, or other activities. A chatbot will never be busy taking his or her personal calls. Neither it will disturb its neighbor, right? Neither it will go for lunch, and neither you have to pay money every month to it as a salary. Neither you have to give space in the office. No AC, no coffee, no incentives, hikes, no transport facility and other allowances, right? Are these not advantages from a company point of view?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So that is why they are popular. And if you see the availability 24/7, that is one of the major one. Many popular websites, applications, like if you go on Tata Sky and you want to have something, they have chatbots already there and they have given name also and they have the details. Now, there are certain things which we need to understand before we make a chatbot. Creating a chatbot involves several steps, including designing its functionality and conversational flow, how the conversation has to go, right? For example, when we started this session, what was the flow? Somebody came in, wished all the participants, welcomed all the participants, gave the idea why this workshop is conducted, and handed over the control to the speaker, right? So this is a flow. Similarly, every conversation has a flow, right? So you have to identify the flow, functionality, and develop the logic and the programming. Now, this part is something which is very tricky and it varies from one model to the other. And once a chatbot is ready, you integrate it to a platform and an applications. Maybe you would like to have it on your website or you would like to have it in your mobile phone app or something. Now, the major steps which involved are determine the purpose and functionality of your chatbot, decide what your chat will be used for and what task it will perform. You have to decide first. This will help guide your chatbot's design and development. This is very important. Choose a platform or development framework. What does this mean, platform and development framework? There are several chatbot development frameworks available, such as Dialogflow, we will use today, IBM Watson, Microsoft Bot Framework, and many more. Choose one that best fits your needs and technical expertise. So which solves your purpose also, as well as with less complexity, right? You will choose that one and you will also focus on the cost. Design the conversation flow, design the type of questions and interactions that your chatbot will be able to handle, and map out the conversation flow. What if they ask a questions which doesn't fall in the purview of the your company? Then how you are going to see how politeness is taken care of, how you are going to answer the things which are relevant, right? Consider the user's experience and make the conversation as natural and as intuitive as possible. So being a developer, you cannot use a vocabulary which is not being used by the common man, right? And the words which you will be using during these conversations has to be simple. Don't use words of Sasi Tharoorji, which are very difficult for most of the common men to understand, all right? Next, develop the chatbot logic and the programming. So what is the logic that you want to use? If you're going to use it, an NLP technique, or you want to use some inbuilt concepts, we will see. Then test and refine your chatbot. So once your chatbot is ready, you go and test it, right? There are certain things which you might have intended that it will work in this fashion, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, right? So you will have to come back and check for it. No. Finally, integrate your chatbot. So finally integrate your chatbot into a messaging platform or application so that the user can interact with it. This may involve the use of APIs or other integrations, right? Now, chatbots can be created using coding and without coding also. So those chatbots which can be created without coding, some of them are ManyChat, TARS, Chatfuel, Landbot, and Dialogflow, right? But there are limitations with these things. When you do not code, you do not have the flexibility. If you use building blocks, then those building blocks are limited in number. But if you use if you use coding styles, then you have immense possibility. You can do whatever you want. All right. Excuse me. So the way you want to make a chatbot, we will see Dialogflow, which requires minimum coding, and we will use code also to see how we can code it. So if you want to code it, then the way to create chatbots are using NLTK packet, and this Chatterbot library. Dialogflow, again, it can use coding also if you go for advanced interfaces. Rasa and TensorFlow, these are very advanced. Rasa, I tried to install 3 days back, but I could not figure it out. But there was versioning issues, so could not install it. But we will see NLTK. Chatterbot is not suitable for this kind of short duration of training. So it is a bit complex, but this is simple and we will go for it with all the functionality, and it gives you a detailed overview. Now you see the simplest chatbot. Let us try to understand the code. What I'm trying to do here.
Import NLTK.
Here.
From NLTK, import chat.
Chat and reflections are the classes that I'm importing. Now you see here I'm creating an object called pair. And what type of object is this?
String type.
This is what I believe in. When you learn Python, you learn every detail. So this is a list object. This object is of type list. You see this rectangle brackets are list. And here this is a list of list, multi-level list. So within this, you see this is one list and this is an item. So in this list, I have another list, but this entire thing is one item separated by comma, second item, third item, and fourth item. Now within this you see, I have pair, hi or hey or hello, and followed by hello, hi there, or hey. Now, what is your name? My name is Chatbot. Now you see, can you see what kind of pair is this? What kind of pair I'm talking about here?
Key value.
How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. What about you? Bye, goodbye, see you later. So basically, you see, this is the user input and what the chatbot has to answer. The chatbot will answer with any one of the sentences which is available here. Right? The chatbot will answer with this. Now, so dev chatbot, print, hi, I'm chatbot. How can I help you today? And then the chat object or instance is initialized with pairs and reflections. Okay. Now this object, when you call the converse, the conversation starts. Now, before that, this you see NL ticket.download this library is downloaded. This is a different kind of library. What is it? I will explain you in detail in the next code. And after that, you see this chatbot function is called. So how does the control of this code starts? How does this code starts running? Any idea? From where the execution of the code will start? थोड़ा सा tricky code है. ये code मैंने simple I typed a simplest chatbot and got it and I copied it. But if you understand how it can be done, you can play with it. Now, even in this scenario, it should work. Let us see. Let us run it. Now you see here. Now, hi. I'm a chatbot. How can I help you today? Now, from where this sentence has come, can you see in the code? Line number 11. Isn't it? Isn't it from this line, line number 11?
Yes.
So these are importing libraries. This is an object. So this is a function which cannot be executed right now. So first of all, this is downloaded and here is the call to the function. So the first, the control will come here. It will call this function called chatbot. And the first line is printed here. After that, chat object is initialized and the conversation starts. Now you see, there are only 4 pairs I have created here. For example, if I say hi, so it replies with hello. Now, can you see in this hi, the words are hello, hi there, hey. So if I write hi, it returns with hello. Let me write it again. Hi. Can you see for the same word, this time it returns hi there. So randomly it will return one of the answers for a particular key. Right? Now, let us see the second question. What is your name? If I write, what is your name? My name is Chatbot. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Now, if I write, how are you? Will it answer? No, because this is a very simple one. Na? I have not taken care of all those things. But yes, if you write, bye, goodbye. So if you have the sentences which are here in a simple way, and their pairing is here, it works. And this is one of the smallest chatbot code, isn't it? Is that okay?
Yes. Sir, is there any predefined set of data that we are importing the pairs?
Here it is not there, but yes, you will have to search. You may have it, or you have a corpus, right? Sentences which you may train, and from there in the question, if it finds, then it will answer.
That corpus is on the particular topic, na? On particular topic, we have a corpus that we
Right.
import.
So it has to be like that, or you can have a very detailed corpus, right? This is something a very small one. Now, so this is one of the simplest chatbot that you can create. You increase this list. Okay. Anyways, you can ask your team members to write it, your 100 to 100 questions, and generally you will have everything very close to this, right? All the permutation and combinations you put it, and for others, you can say that still this purpose can be solved using this model. Now, you want to see a detailed one, or you want an easy one first? So now, after this small one, let us go for something called Dialogflow. And what this Dialogflow is, Dialogflow is a Google-owned framework that enables users to develop human-computer interaction technologies that can support NLP, HCI. Basically, it's lets you make the digital programs that interact with end users through natural languages. Therefore, you could even say that the Dialogflow enables the creation of conversational user experience, something known as CUX. With Dialogflow, you get the ability to one-click integrate with most of the popular messaging apps such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So, lag raha hai ki thoda sa ye advanced hai. It is advanced, right? And it is supported by Google. So what are the steps that I have to follow if I want to create a chatbot using Dialogflow? So it says that first of all, you will have to sign up for a Dialogflow. So you will have and go and create an account using your Gmail. Then you create something known as an agent. Now, what is an agent over there? Once you are signed up, create a new agent by selecting create agent and fill in the necessary details. Then define something called intent. What is an intent? An intent is what the user wants to do or learn, what you intend to do, right? Intent is something which you will find very common in Android development also. So the diagrams that you have, the windows, the intent takes you from one to the other. So when you once you signed up, you create an agent. Okay, and then intent. And intent is what the user wants to do or learn. Define your intents, which will serve the core of your chatbot functionality. So what is the core functionality of your chatbot? That has to be defined through the intents, right? Intents are created by providing examples of what a user might say or ask along with corresponding responses. Now, add entities. What are add entities? Entities are used to extract information from the user input. So if user input something, from that detail only entities will try to drag certain details. Define the entities that your chatbot will need to understand and provide few examples of how they might be used. So we will see this also. Set up fulfillment. Fulfillment refers to the backend logic that processes the user's request and generates a response. You can either use a digital flow's built-in fulfillment features that we will not use. Test your chatbot and deploy our chatbot that we are going to use, right? So, okay, so let us do it. Go to this website called dialogflow.com, and let me take you there directly rather than showing you this card. So wait. So let me, the website is dialogflow.cloud.google.com. I'm already logged into my account. And sorry, how come I got muted? So let us open this website called dialog.cloud.google.com. And once you come here, we need to create an agent. So you can give any name to this agent. For example, let us say my first agent, or I can say that restaurant or wood point Food Point is my popular restaurant, hotel chain, restaurant chain, and I want to create a chatbot for that. If you want to have a complex one, you see an option called set a mega agent, so that multiple screens it can communicate the values it can take. So the first step is create a agent, and the name of this agent is Food Point, right? Okay. Now, once this agent is created, there are certain intents. Now, what is the intent? Intent is means the nature of work you want to do. So, for example, when an chatbot starts, what is the first thing that we do? When you interact with the chatbot, what do you do? How do you interact with the chatbot? What is the first thing that you do? Anyone? Think naturally. You were talking about natural language processing, so you have to think naturally.
Yes.
What do you do with the chatbot? When you interact? Welcome, hi, bye, namaskar, good morning. How do you start with?
Hi.
Hi, right?
Hi.
So that is called, let us call that a welcome intent, right? And this is the default one, which is already available to intents. One is welcome intent and fallback intent. Fallback intent means when it is departing, when you don't know how to answer, then how it should conclude that. So let us select welcome default intent as our first intent. Okay. If you want to give it this, retain the same name, then you can save it, right? Now, in this, you see there are certain training phrases. So you see, just going to say hi, hey, hello, hi, howdy, how there, how, hi there, greetings. Say all these are the text that you want the system to learn. And if you want to add your own, for example, I want to add namaskar, right? So this is something which I want to add. So save it, right? And if somebody says namaskar, then let us add a response also. So add a response, enter a text response, or add a response, a text response you can add, and it could be namaskar, how are you? Right. Say the language is here, and you save it again, right? So let us start. This simple intent is here. Okay. Now, after this, here you see there is something called integration. So this dialog flow chatbot can be integrated with what? So you see here, text-based intents. It can be with your messenger. It can be Telegram, Skype, Twitter, Viber. Okay, I want to integrate it into a website, and let us call this a web demo. I want to have a web-based demo. So I want to click here and I want to enable it. So enable it. So it gives me this link that I can test this chatbot here. Else, if you want, if you have your own website, then you copy this iframe code and you embed that into your website, right? But I don't want to put it into a website. I want to test here only on their own website. So you see, here I have got a website, and my a chatbot is looking like this. So let us see. If I say hi, so what kind of message it has? Okay, hello, how can I help you? Now if I write namaskar, right? Namaskar, how can I assist you? Now you see, these are the random responses which it is picking for any one of the inputs, right? Greetings, how can I assist? Now this is my simple dialog flow. Now Now let us do some more functionalities. Let us add some more functionalities to this. So let us come here, and since this is my food point, so let me create another intent, and I need to maybe book a table. So let me create a intent, and let me book table is my new intent, and save it, right? And once saved, what are the text responses and what are the training phases? So training phases could be book a table, save, reserve a table. These are the words which a user may uh, book a table, reserve a table, need a table, right? So these are the training phrases which a user may give, or any one of them. And what should be the response? Response could be, sure, I will get one for you, right? Uh, Other responses could be, yes, please. Yes, please. Give me a moment. All right. So these are the responses. Again, you save them. And when we are saving it, basically it is training it, right? And I can check here also. If you want to try what is the response, you say hi. You can test here also, right? Greetings, how can I assist you? Default responses, namaskar, how are you? Or you can come here again, refresh this page, and you can again start. So, hi. Okay. Need a table. So sorry, I didn't get book a table. So yes, please give me a moment. Reserve a table. Okay. So if I tell you, please give me a moment. Table, if it finds those words which I specify here as a expression, and on the basis of those expressions, here are responses that you can have. Right. Similarly, if I want to, let me save it. If I want to order a food. So if I want to order a food, let me create another intent, and let that intent be food underscore order, and save it. I want to order food. All right. Save. Can someone take my order for food? Food. Right. And here responses could be, yes. What would you like to have? Right. Please tell what can I serve you? Right. For example, right. Let us save this also. Now, once we save it, let me refresh it again. And okay, this time, namaskar. Good day. What can I do for you today? Book a table for the dinner. Yes, give me a moment. I want to order food. Please tell what can I serve you. Now you see here there is a difference between what is entered into the text responses. Exactly, I'm not entering something which is there. Can you see this? I want to order food. This was not the response string, but food was there, order was there. So on the basis of the corpus, it is detecting and doing training on the background, and the coding is hidden. So this dialog flow makes the life easier if you want to have it, and if the integration is there. Now let us try to do something deeper. Can I create something called entities? Now what is an entity? Entity is something, items which are picked up from the conversation. For example, I want to create an entity, and that entity could be food. What would you like to have in the food? No entities are there. So let me create an entity, and let me call this food food list. Okay. And what all items are there in the food? It could be rice. Synonym for this, rice, enter synonym, let it be rice only. Rice in small. Then dal, dal, right? DAAL, dal, right? Then maybe fish, right? And roti, bread, okay, whatever it could be. So let me save it. And this is something called entity, right? And let us come into this entity. Food order. When I order my food and try to, I want to have a rice. So do have, no, I don't have food list. Here, let me have food list as my entity. And here value is dollar food list, right? Is a list required? Yes, it is required. Let me see. Define prompt. What would you like to have? Right. Let me save it. So this food is there. Now let me delete this. When I ordered any one of these items, now bring rice. So it should be able to cis person, y cis person, rice is person, resolve value now, delete it. No, remove it, delete. I want to have bring dal. It should be able to handle it from here. So it is not handling. This means there is some issue. Let me.
Because bring you didn't write bring in the.
No. Wait. Let me go to the intents. Maybe food order. Let me create a new intent and try to have it. Who order my food is the new intent that I want to create. And here, if I write bring rice, it is taking rice as this, not as any other. No. Bring fish. It is not picking from any customs. Food list. Let me have it here. Dollar food list. Maybe some parameters are unnamed. Why? Why parameters are unnamed? Let us food list. Let us take it, give it a name food list, but it is not accepting. It should have accepted. Is it the spelling difference in the spelling variable name? Let me save this and then again I will come. Let me check my entities. What is the food list? The food list is small. Rice, dal. Okay, okay. Food list. Food is capital, list is small. So intents. Order my food. Food F is capital. So is it because of that? Dollar. Earlier it was picking up. I don't know why it is not picking. It should pick. Parent, where did it go? Here I should get this parameter name. Let me first save. Maybe it could be due to that. And food list at the rate food list. Here it is identifying it. Then value name food list. I don't know. Let me save it. Maybe after that it recognizes. And then bring fish. Yes, great. Bring dal. Not. Bring rice. Very good. Rice is actually identified. Anyways, okay. Okay. I will bring a dollar food list for you. All right. Now that is done. So let me save this. Intent data is invalid. Which intent data is invalid? This is identified, which parameters must be unique within the action. So which parameter must be unique? For rice and fish are here. And what about this one? Food list, define prompt. What about define prompt? So define prompt. What can I have for you? Okay, let me see if I remove this, if it works. Okay, now let me save it. Done. It is believed that it is done. Now let us come here, refresh it, and now try to work with it. So, hey, good day. How can I book a table? Yes, please give me a moment. I want to order food. What would you like to have? Bring rice. Please tell what can I serve you? Okay. Order rice. Okay. Order fish. It is not taking now. Order food. Okay, so that part is not taking. So this part is not taking. Why it is not taking? Bring rice, bring dal, order rice, rice, order dal, order dal, Okay, great. What all things I had? A rice or dal, order roti. Roti, right? Bring roti. Bring dal. Now let me save it. If it works, done. Then refresh it. Let us check it again. Hi. Book table. I want to order food. What would you like to have? Order fish. No, it's not coming. Bring rice. I will bring rice for you. Can you see now? It has a catch. Bring dal. I will bring dal for you. Right. So can you see this is catching now? The items. Bring food. What would you like to have? It is not recognizing as a food, right? So I should provide with something. So in this way, you see, if you increase the complexity, you give the synonyms, and in this way, you can create a dialogue using dialogue flow, and you can integrate with any one of these things which are here, maybe your website, messenger, telegram, and other things. You can go and further explore it. A simple chatbot is available here. Now, if you want to remove this logo and other things, these options are also there. You can go and customize it in the settings. That was the diagnostic info now. So support account upgrade. Okay. So there was that options. So these options are also there to remove these things. So which one is easier, the coding one or the dialog flow?
The dialogue flow.
Dialog flow, right? So if you give some time, you explore it, you can create a basic one like this. Okay, now let us go and see the difficult one. The difficult one is here. Okay, now let us try to run it first and then see what it says. If this is the correct file, let me run it. So if I run it, let me see. Invalid character. No, this is not the file then. Not this one. Where is the file then? Yeah, the file is here. So here is the file. Now here you see, I have taken text, right? And this text is a very popular text picked from the Wikipedia only, chatbot.txt. So if you see where this file is kept and what are the contents of that. So chatbot.txt, this is the file. And if you see this content, from where this content has been picked up, if you let us see and search, it must be available somewhere on the web only. So if I believe it was picked from Wikipedia somewhere. Chatbots, Wikipedia, yes. So what is chatbot? So the entire content has been picked from here or another page. Yes, there was a, yeah. So the content has been picked from here and I'm storing it into a file, right? And through this library, I will read this file also. So you see what I'm trying to do here. I'm picking up packages like NLTK, NumPy, random, and string. So this is a long code, okay? So I will not explain everything, but I will give you an overview of how the thing is working. So after that, you see the file name is this, and I'm trying to open this file chatbot.txt into read-only mode. Okay. And after that, I'm using the function called f.read. So through this, I'm able to read the entire content of the file and able to store it into this object called raw. Now this content of the file could be stored into into the content could be in capitals also. So in order to make life easier, I'm converting every text into lowercase. After that, I'm trying to download two corpuses. One is called Punkt and other is called WordNet. Now, why I'm downloading this one? Pankiti is made to learn parameters from a corpus in an unsupervised way that is related to the target domain. So once I download it, I will use this file to learn from it. And what about WordNet? WordNet is a lexical database for English language, which was created by Princeton and is part of NLTK corpus. You can use WordNet alongside with NLTK module to find the meanings of the words, synonyms, antonyms, and more. So if you want to find synonyms, antonyms, and more, so this WordNet is required. Now with this NLTK, if you see send tokenize, and I'm feeding the entire text file which I have read from here, right? So I'm creating sentences. From the sentences, I'm creating words. From the words, I'm creating lemmatizations and stem. What is lemmatizations? We have discussed yesterday. What is lemmatization or stemming? Those who were not yesterday, please explain, Megha, what is stemming or lemmatization?
Just stemming.
Yeah. So there are words like run, runs, running, right? But all has a base root or word called run, right? Similarly,
The words whose as a pronunciation is same, but there is a difference in spelling.
there are words which are derived from the same words. For example, run, runs, running, right? So all should converge to the word called run, right? Similarly, all these such words will be converted using this word lematizer. After that, removing punctuations and removing tokens, I'm normalizing the text. And there are certain input greetings and responses explicitly I'm creating over here, right? And I'm creating functions. For example, if you want to greet, and if you give a sentence, greeting sentence, then how this sentence which a user receives for greeting will be first splitted, and every word which is there in this split will be first converted to into lowercase, and it has to be checked for its availability into this tuple called greetings inputs. And from this, randomly you will choose a response from this greeting response list, right? So here this is a tuple and this is a list. How do you come to know that this is a tuple and this is a list? Anyone who can tell? Come on. I hope you're not sleeping.
Yes.
Yes,
Here
sir.
bracket. Here
Yes,
bracket.
with the help of brackets. A tuple has this bracket and the list has this bracket. Very good. Only Megha is awake, others are sleeping. So once there are functions, whatever the greeting sentence you receive, you pass it here, and that is again broken and compared with these things. Similarly, from machine learning package, I'm importing certain libraries for vectorizations and pairing, and there is a concept called cosine similarity. There are others also, but cosine gives a better result. Why it gives, what is the mathematics involved behind this? Let us keep aside. Now, what is the response that user gives to one questions, and how it has to, the robo or the chatbot has to reply. So for that, you see there is a function called response. So user response has to come. Initially, it is a blank, and all previous responses are sent into this token. Then vectorization, normalizations, flattening, and some sort of things are done. And after that, if it doesn't fall into any one of the category, then it says that I don't understand this, else it will answer with something. Now, Initially, you see, I am taking a flag which is considered as a true, and the very first sentence that will be displayed on the screen is bot. My name is Robo. I will answer your questions about the chat box. Now, this is the purpose of my chatbot with an initial flag value as true. And after that, I'm entering into a while loop with the flag is equal to true. A while condition with the flag is equal to true is an infinite loop, right? So you will be there into this loop unless and until a condition is created where this flag value is made false. So till this flag value is assigned with the false value, you are going to come here. So now you see the first sentence is printed here. After that, you enter the while loop. And after that, you ask for the input from the user. So as a user, you will write something, right? And you see, the moment you get this, it is formatted and again printed on the screen, what you have entered. After that, if the user response, what the user has entered is not by, and user interface is response is thanks or thank you. Okay, if a user enters either by, thanks, or thank you, then the flag is made false. And the moment this flag is made false, this while loop will not be executed next time. As a result of which you come out of the conversational loop, right? So you will come out of the conversational loop only when you write by, thanks, or thank you. Okay. In other cases, if user is greeting, then you pass this message to the greetings function. So you see what is the greeting function? Greeting function is here that you break the words, you check what is the input, and on the basis of that, you pick something from randomly from here. So hi, hello, if you put it, you will get answers from here randomly, right? And for apart from greetings, you will go to this response function, and this response function will process and give you a answer accordingly, right? And finally, there is other way also. If this case, if this is by, then you can terminate the flag by putting it false here also. And finally, you can write a by here also. So either you write by, and if you write by, so the flag value is changed here. If the response is not here, then here also you can change it. And now let me run this. Okay, so forget about the things which is here. Hello, my name is Robo. I will answer your questions about chat. If you want to exit, type by. I want to say hi. So it says hello. So you see, hi was one of the greeting responses. So if you see one of the greeting responses, so if I write hi, is there a hello here? Right. So this is repeated, right, from here. Randomly, it is returned. So if I write something again, hello, if I write hi, so you say that user has an input hi. So again, you see the second one, randomly, hey comes here, right? And after that, what is a chatbot? Oh, it is not available? No, it is there. So the chat design is the process that it is talking about the design process of a chatbot. All right. Can it define chatbot? So chatbot design is something, okay. So it has what it has learned how to create chatbot. Depending upon the corpus, it is there. Okay, let me see some other questions which can be asked to this. Depending upon the questions, where is the text file?
So what's the name of corpus here?
This corpus is copied from here. It doesn't has any fix. So the term chatbot was originally coined by Michael Moner, right? Who coined, okay, artificial intelligence, Alan Turing. Okay, so let us ask it about Alan Turing, if it can answer. Who was Alan Turing? So you see, in 1915, Alan Turing's famous article, Computing Machinery and Intelligence, was published, which proposed what is now called Turing test or a criteria. All right. Similarly, classical history of early chatbots. History of early chatbots. So if I pick from here and ask as per the training corpus, please tell historic early chatbots. Please tell about, right? So you see the classic historical early chatbots are Eliza 1966. It was the first chatbot. Perry 1972, and more notable programs include SE, Jabra, and blah 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 blah. Right. So in this way, we can create a chatbot, right? So it depends upon what kind of corpus you have, how you train them. So using NLTK also you can create it, but this is not the only way to create a chatbot. Much more advanced TensorFlow techniques and machine learning techniques are available. Just I have shown you how to create the simplest chatbot. If you are not a coder, no coding or low coding, you can create a chatbot using Dialogflow. And if you know how to do it, you can use it using NLTK. But apart from this, I want to show you something more also. And for that, is this okay what I have to shown you till now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, detailed chatbot. Okay, this is what we have discussed. Now, can we create a chatbot using ChatGPT? Yes, you can create a chatbot using ChatGPT. And how to create that, I will show you. No training, nothing. So you come here on the website called platform openai.com, right? And here you create a new secret key. So this key is important, which you have to copy. Once you get this key, you can create a chatbot using this code. Now, here, import OpenAI, import OS, and load this environment. And again, I have kept the file API key into this variable, os.environment, openai.api key. You read this key, right? And after that, let me show you code if this code is here. Simple. No, not this one. I need to show you the simple code, yes. So this is the code, you see. So import OpenAI AI package. This OpenAI library is not installed generally. So you will have to go and install it using pip. Pip install OpenAI, then import OS command and create a .env file, and you put the API key here. And using the os.environment function, you read this key, store it here, and then you use this key to OpenAI.api, you assign this key, and after that you create a chat completion. Now what this completion does, you look at this code, OpenAI.chatCompletion.create model, which model you want to use. There are different models. That is GPT 3.5 Turbo is the model that I want to create, right? And what are the messages that you want? There is only one message I'm coding here, but you can put it again in a loop and you can go in an interactive way. Role is a user, and the user is asking a question. Give me 3 ideas for apps I would build using OpenAI APIs, right? And whatever is the question, this question is passed to ChatGPT, right? And whatever the response comes, so completion.choices0.message.content, that response is given on the user screen, right? So this is a simple thing. You can build a chat bot using OpenAI. Okay? Can you understand this code?
Yes, this is one line code, no?
Yes, very small code, which is new, and you try to understand and making it multi-line. Now, but the issue is if I run it, can you see here? OpenAI error, rate limit error, you exceeded your current quota. Please check your plan and billing details. So this is the error. Otherwise, rest of the code is okay. Now, what does this mean? This means the chat GPT, which we have been using for free, if you want to use its API, then the API is not free. Then what is it? Come here on the same page and you see the pricing details. Simple and flexible, you see. Multiple models, each with different capabilities and pricing points. Prices are per 1,000 tokens. So per 1,000 word, there is a price. You can think of tokens as a pieces of word. Over 1,000 tokens is about 750 words. This paragraph is of 35 tokens. Now, GPT-4, if you see, if 8K context, if you want, then $0.03 per K tokens is the price on prompt. Completion, so you see, these are the price models. So 0.002 per 1,000 tokens. So approximately for 1,000 words, you have to pay it. So you pay, give money to them, and you can avail the facility of this chat GPT. You can create a, chatbot using chat GPT, and you can see the power of chat GPT. Okay. This is something new which you won't find anywhere, and something more. Apart from this code, there is another code, interactive assistant. So version 1, simple one. Version 2, again, you put the code over here, the messages which you want to hear, and you can input from the user that please type the chatbot what you do like to create. So whatever the message you want to give here, that message can be taken from the input user. For example, here, the message which I wanted to give to the chat GPT was hard coded here. Can you see here? Now this message you can accept from the user. So the same can be converted here, that you accept it from the user, right? And you put it here, system message. Now you append and pass it to the. Now again, you can go into a while loop, right? So input not equal to quit. So in this case, till you type quit, all your messages are appended, and you open ChatGPT, you pass the messages, whatever are the responses, you print them, and if you want to keep appending, store it, so you have it. So you will have a cyclic, okay, a chatbot using OpenAI or ChatGPT. Is that okay?
Yes.
Right, the code is simple. I hope you understand the code. There is no rocket science in this one. Now, the third version, web browser based. So again, you can have a definition of the functions, and you see there is an interface called Gradio interface, right? And the moment you do and launch it, it gives you a URL. Once you run this code, it gives you an URL. Okay. And that URL can be embedded into any website, and you can have your web browser based chat GPT. Right? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, now something new. Would you like to have a chat GPT of your own, which can be run on your local machine, and that also free of cost?
Yes,
Yes. Very good.
that's our requirement, actually.
Now you see. This is a research paper which was published on 27th February 2023. And it talks about a model called LLama, Open and Efficient Foundation Language Models. We introduce LLama, a collection of foundational language models ranging from 7B to 65B parameters. What is B? Billions. So 7 billions to 65 billion parameters are used in order to train this model. We train our models in trillions of tokens and show that it is possible to train state-of-the-art models using publicly available data set exclusively, without resorting to proprietary and inaccessible data sets. In particular, Llama 13B outperforms GPT-3, which was trained on 175 billion tokens. ये क्या हुआ? A model, ChatGPT model, which was built on 175 billion tokens, is outperformed by this Llama, right? Is competitive with best models, right? There are other models also. Now, how you can get it, right? So you can get it from this GitHub repository. So let us go to GitHub and see GitHub Llama. So you see here it is. You can download it, install it. All the instructions are here. This repository is intended as a minimal hackable and readable example to load Llama models. And this, how to do it? Pip install this, do it. You can read the entire instructions how to install it on Mac and other things also. But this is not something where which we are interested. I want to tell you something which is called Alpaca GitHub. Alpaca. What is this Alpaca GitHub? Stanford. What is this Stanford and Alpaca GitHub? This is something which has been designed from that Llama. So Llama, what you have, it is further refined and it is called Alpaca, a strong, replicable and instruction following model, better than ChatGPT. Now, we introduce Alpaca 7B, a model fine-tuned from the Llama 7B model on 32K instruction following demonstrations. Our preliminary evaluation of single-turn instruction following Alpaca behaves qualitatively similar to OpenAI's Text DaVinci 3, while being surprisingly small and easy and cheap to reproduce. So what took others to create a ChatGPT of around 500 billions? This can be created in less than $600, right? So you see what earlier chatbots has taken. Now here the training has been done from ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, you ask questions to ChatGPT, you get the responses and you learn from that. So Guru Gur rah gaya, Chela Chini ho gaya. So this new version is better than its previous versions. Now, how you can do it, how you can download it, before I show you a small video, you come here, you can download it. I could not show you because there are two versions of it. One is 7 billion and one is 13 billion. So for 7 billion, you need around 4 GB of space. And for 13 billion, you need around 30 GB of space. And if you see condition of my PC, you won't find space. All the hard disks are almost full. I have to free it up. So I didn't install it, but if you have space, you can download it and install it. All the steps are written here. Let me tell you how to do it on Windows, Linux, and Mac. Release sets. I have seen the requirements. Train.py. Overview. Release. Running the code. Fine tuning. These details. No, I want installation details. Authors, citations. No. Let me go to the main tab. Or there is some README file. Data set prompt. Licenses. Code license. No. Tell me the installations. Tatsu lab. No, it was some other lab or something. Alpaca. Is this the right repository? No. Stanford alpaca. Alpaca trade API. Let me see. There are many. Yeah. So this is the actual one. No. No. There are many bifurcations to it. And where is the actual one? Let me check. Where is the actual one? I didn't. I should have put it on the slide. Or give me a second. Which is the original repository? I will have to tell you. Then only you can search for it. Antimatter 15. Antimatter 15. Antimatter 15. Alpaca. Antimatter 15 alpaca.cpp. .cpp. And this 15 has to be here. Yeah, this is the original, I guess. And here you see, once you install it, your screen would be something like this. 4 GB. This is a 4 GB. Number of tensors is 291. Tell me about alpacas. So you see, this is a console-based chat GPT, which gets installed on your local computer. So you will have your own. If you want to get started with 7 GB, then it requires again 32 GB of space or something. So you see who was the first president of Mexico and etc. So it is showing how to install it. RHEL installations. If you want to install it on Mac, if you want to install it on Windows, right? All the details are here. And what about the system requirements? 4 GB of, this is working on 4 GB of Mac. README file. So this is something which is very new, and you can experiment in the field of ChatGPT or chatbots. And this is going to revolutionize, but you need to experiment and find out this project. Now, I have a video also. This gentleman wants to say something about it. And while searching on, let me stop my screen, share it again along with the audio so that you can see this. So let me play this video.
In this video, I will show you how to run language models that are almost as good as ChatGPT on your local computer. And for this, I will first show you the Llama model, which is a foundational language model to predict subsequent
audio.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Audible.
Okay, so I want to show you the later part.
Today is a good day because, and then the model would recognize text DaVinci 00 cost around 500. And now we basically traveled 7 years in time because the Alpaca model already achieves results close to the DaVinci 3 model or the ChatGPT 3.5 model. And this is while only costing less than $600, which is the 500 or like around $500 proposed here. Isn't that insane? That basically if you or me have a few $100s and we can train a model that is almost as good as ChatGPT model or the GPT 3.5 model. I think that's really a huge achievement. Looking at how they were able to do it, I would still say that this is not entirely wrong because the model got trained in a supervised manner, and for that they used the GPT-3 model to generate instructions. And I would say you can think of this, the GPT-3 model is a teacher while the Alpaca model is a student, and a student gets better and better and better and closer to the level of the teacher. So I would say the GPT-3 model is the upper bound from my understanding for the Alpaca model, but it's almost as good. And this also means for Alpaca and then install 7b. And this again will take some time, not as long as for the Llama model, but we still have to download like 3 to 4 gigabytes. Okay, and once this is done, we can run again npx dali serve, and
The server
our
is on.
local server is running. And voila, now we can start using the alpaca model in the Dali web interface. And I thought I would just ask the model a little bit of a philosophical question. What is the most important innovation made by humans?
So what could be the answer? What is the most important innovation made by the humans? Who can tell? What is the most important innovations made by humans? Come on, don't sleep. Wake up. Chandra, what is the most important innovation made by the humans? Can you tell? Daya, Bhavani, Kavita, Megha.
So what's your question?
What is the most important innovation made by humans?
Artificial intelligence.
सबसे बढ़िया इनोवेशन इंसानों ने आज तक जो किया है, क्या किया है?
AI.
एआई किया है.
Chat GPT, sir.
इनोवेशन सबसे बढ़िया जो इनोवेशन इंसानों ने किया है, वो भी तो एक जानवर ही है. क्या किया है
Yes.
जो दूसरों से अलग है? इंसानों ने क्या ऐसा खोज लिया कि जिससे कि उनकी पूरी जिंदगी बदल गई?
And let's see what alpaca answers us to that.
अल्पाका ने क्या कहा, सुनो.
Okay, that's a little bit ironic that the language model answers the
So the
most
answer is
important
language.
invention is
Humans
language
have
itself,
language
which allows
through
us
which we
to
can
communicate,
we
share
can
ideas,
explore,
thoughts,
share
emotions.
the ideas,
model,
views,
which
science
is
and
a
technology, and that is going to make the difference. All right? Is that okay?
Yes.
Repeat, sir. Repeat.
Yes. So, so you see now in the field of chatbots, whatever chatbots technologies were existing, whether it is NLTK or machine learnings, I feel that there is a revolution, and those chatbots technologies will be very obsolete, very much obsolete very soon, right? Because the depth which these modern chat GPT powered or similar APIs like Alpaca are providing. And since ChatGPT has come up with the pricing, I believe that others will also come up in the near future, and there would be a very competitive pricing. So at a very less cost also, you will be able to get better services. So from my end, that's it for chatbot. My purpose was not only to make you see how chatbots are made, but to give you an overview, right? If I give you only one skill, you will be confined over there. But my purpose was to give you an overview that which one is the better and what is the direction where technology is heading. You cannot stick to one thing and you can say that I have launched chatbot. So you have to move in the direction where the technology is heading, and you have to create something with the latest technology, then only you survive. All right. So any questions from the content we have covered? Otherwise, I will hand it over to SkillEnable counseling admission team, Sanchita, Sejal, or whosoever is here. Participants, any questions if you have for me, or you would like to share some of your experiences? I did not go into detail of the codes. I didn't explain every character over there because it will take time, and which is not suitable for such kind of sessions. But yes, once you come to the regular class, every dot which is there has to be explained. You will be able to understand why we are doing it, how we are doing it. Even we go deeper into the APIs.
Hello. Hi, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I am taking the class in Pickenter, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it fine? I mean, it will be the important.
So you want to take class in the weekend?
No, sir. I'm taking the class. I mean, I'm planning. I mean, I'm learning the programs in Tikinter on Tikinter.
Yes, Tkinter is also a GUI making API. Unfortunately, I started with PyQt5, right? So I was
Yeah.
earlier aware about PyQt5 on Linux. So I learned PyQt5 and I
Hello.
you go ahead and learn Tkinter also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Tkinter library and PyQt5 are the libraries which are used for creating GUI. So what do you mean by
Yeah,
GUI?
yeah.
In Python, you have been coding only using text prompts. But if you see, if I can show you something, uh, PyQt5 and menu bars, layouts, dialogues, message boxes. Let me show you message boxes. So where is the code? The code is here. PyQt5 codes are something like this. And if I run it, so, oh, this package is not installed. So I need to run Windows R install pip install PyQt5. I keep on installing and installing Python. So what happens? Some libraries get.
Sir.
So
Sir.
let me see where is the output. Did I run it? Yes, I run it. So did I use any other? Okay. So the output is here on my different screen. So this is a question dialog that appears. This is an information dialog that appears. Look at the logo. This is a warning dialog that appears, and this is a critical error along with the music. So if you see, this dialog is generated using Python. So this kind of dialogues and all the windows and interfaces that you can see, that can also be generated using Python rather than just command and console-based programming. So this is done using PyQt. Did I show you? Oh, I didn't share the screen now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so sorry, so sorry. So let me show it once again. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, sir.
So here you see, this is something which is created using PyQt5 library. If you see, this is a dialog box called information question. This is for information. This is for warning, and this is for right. Similarly, some other applications you can also create using PyQt5. Like if you want menu bars, then you can have menu bars also. Let me see where this menu bar is here. You see. So here, if you see, you can create menus using Python also. So full-fledged GUI applications can be created using Python. And similar, it is the case with Tkinter also, as she is saying. But this I created using PyQt5. All right. So if no other questions, then I can hand over the control to SkillEnable team.
Sir, I'm using the PyCharm. Is the fine?
Oh, yes, PyCharm is also a very popular ID. PyCharm, Jupyter, Visual Studio Code, Sublime.
Yeah.
I use Ideal because that is small and fast. It comes with the Python. And later on, you can use Anaconda or you go on Google Colab. I believe in using the interface where there is minimum coding. I mean, no hidden code is included so that I don't have to struggle where my components are kept. I should know where my file is. No intermediate environment variables should be involved. Any other questions?
Sir, what is the difference between Tikinter and you were saying that?
I could not get a very clear answer, but both are very popular. I got a book on PyQt5, so I learned it. Otherwise, Tkinter is also equally popular.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, it's the end of 3 days workshop. So if you have any query, you can definitely come, like clear your doubts by asking the teachers. But before that, I really want a quick feedback from you guys. So how did you like these 3 days workshop? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, how did you like it?
Very good, ma'am.
Yeah, others. Very good was so low. It's like very good, ma'am. Where's the energy? Nobody's like feeling very excited
Very.
or
So
It is
something
very
at least you
useful,
might
ma'am.
have liked that we have covered, or if you want on some other topics or something. Okay, so the poll is on.
do you have any other queries, guys, like about the course, about anything? Do you want to know, like the courses that are provided by SkillEnable? What are the program highlights? What would be the duration or the tools that we'll teach? Dead silence.
हाँ, किसी को कोर्स के बारे में जानना है, फीस के बारे में जानना है, कोई और क्वेरी हो, you may ask, right? Feel free to reach out the team. They have organized this 6 hours of workshop for you for free, right? And they have taken pain, and we have worked hard to get the details for you, which is not available. For example, the last APIs and ChatGPT based API, they are very recent. The research paper which I showed you at the end, that is not even a month old. So the latest update with the technology is available here, right? Forget about the books and the website. They will take time to come up. So you get an updated content about the technology that is going on. So, no questions?
Guys,
Okay,
please.
which thing you like the most? Which thing you like the most? Sentiment analysis, Twitter analysis, dialog flow chatbot, NLTK chatbot, or this ChatGPT powered chatbot? सबसे अच्छा कौन सा लगा आपको? No answers?
So what's your question?
Which topic you like the most? Sentiment analysis using naive Bayes, Twitter data, or making chatbot using NLTK, making chatbot using Dialogflow, or making chatbot using ChatGPT?
Sir, actually, most interesting topic is fetching the data from the Twitter, and most difficult topic I think is chatbot.
A chatbot, yes, but you see, those days are gone that you will have to code that much, because the ChatGPT powered thing is going to make it very
There are a lot
simple.
of things are new in the chatbot. How to create the chatbot from the ChatGPT, like how we run the chatbot from on
So
our
I
local.
showed you three versions: simplest version, a bit advanced version. In none of the cases you are going to code more than 20 lines.
Yes, yes. I take all the screenshots, sir.
Uh,
After it, I will analyze.
right.
Okay, so guys, there is a form given in the chat box. Please fill up the form immediately so that we can provide you the certificates as well as the recordings. And for further any other query, you can definitely reach out to us. We'll share with you our contact numbers, contact details. Our next batch is starting from 3rd of April. If you want more case studies and projects like this, if you want to learn this course, this tool properly, because this was a 3 days workshop where we showed you what you can do with Python. but a lot of things are still, unknown to you guys, which I mean, which will be very interesting if you, once you know it, once you do the classes. So it was just a glimpse, it was just the trailer of this whole picture. You can get the whole picture once you join the course. So we would definitely look forward if you have any query, any details, and there will be a, like, once you join with the team, they'll definitely guide you with in your career as well. You can explore in your career if you want to do business analytics, data analytics, or data science, uh, in any domain. It can be IT, finance, retail, anywhere, e-commerce. So we guide you accordingly. Our team will get in touch with you, and before that, if you have any query, you can definitely ask here in this session.
Okay, ma'am.
You can also check our website. All the details are given over there. And for each tool, there's at least 10 case studies and projects are done. And for Python, we do 25 to 30 case studies and projects, which is huge, right? So 75 projects in a course. So it will definitely definitely add a feather in your profile. That's definitely turn it over. And if anybody is, I mean, it can be like you are working in a particular sector, but you want to change your domain and come to this data science field, because this is booming currently. Data science, data analytics, this whole sector is booming currently, and each and every company are looking for a data scientist or data analyst. So
And Sanchita, I would like to add, technology, if you learn early, for example, if you learn Python early, then you need time to mature in it, right? It is not something that you eat immediately and you do it. It takes time to adapt, digest, and mature with it. So over years, the experience which comes, then that is good. So anyhow, you have to either do it today or after 5 years, you have to do it, right? You
exactly.
cannot escape from it. So why not to do it today and you keep yourself updated with the pace?
Yeah, true, very true. So we should keep pace with whatever trending in this industry currently. Uh, to First of all, at right now, it is to explore in the career and bag a good package. But after some years, it will be a matter of survival as well. Right. So before that scenario comes in, I think you all should definitely learn the technical tools, and in future more programming tools will come in. So if you have the base prepared, if you know the fundamentals, that's going to definitely help you to learn the future tools, the upcoming whatever will be coming in the picture.
Yes.
So I guess we are about to end the session as no questions are being asked. So we can wrap it up here. So thank you everybody for your time and patience, for
Yes.
your lovely audience and interacting with the trainer. And I hope you all learned a lot of things in this workshop. I would really love feedbacks from you guys if you can send it to us through mail or WhatsApp or calls. It will be really inspiring, and it will motivate us to arrange sessions like this more, so that we can teach you and we can enlighten you about this field. And thank you to our trainer, Dr. Nihar Ranjan Roy sir. It was amazing to have you for these 3 days, and we all learned a lot of things from you. We would definitely look forward to learn more from you. And we are starting with our next batch from 3rd of April. If you want further information about it, you can definitely call us. And there will be upcoming batches as well. Every 15 days, we start a new batch. All right. Definitely visit our website. We'll get all the details. And please make sure that you're filling up the form if you want to receive the certificate and the recordings. If you have done this 3 days, I definitely think you should showcase it in your websites, in your social networking websites, in LinkedIn. And if you have GitHub account, you can show it there as well. So that's definitely going to help. And you can use all this information that you have learned in your daily work life, in your presentations as well, which I told yesterday as well. So I hope holistically this session will definitely help you a lot. Okay. Please note down the WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp us also your information, your feedback, anything that's definitely we'll be overwhelmed with it. And that's it, I guess, as no other queries there. So let us wrap it up. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Take care. Have a good night, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Thank you so
Good
much, sir.
night.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.